You have to be careful about making a weird show or watching a weird show.
Hello, this is Greg Smalley on Pod 366, a Weird Movies podcast, joined today, as I often am, by the effervescent Giles Edwards,
Hi, everybody.
and as we sometimes are, by the rambunctious Penguin Pete Turbovich.
Hi! Good to be here again.
X.
Oh,
Everyone in character. Good, good.
All right, and today our main topic will be announcing the 2025/2026 Weirdcademy Awards. But first up, we have one new release movie to discuss this week. So let's get into that if you guys are ready to.
that's a surprise.
And it would be this one. Can you guys see the still I have selected here?
Yeah.
Yes, I can see it. Looks like a spiritual retreat with a guru with a beard and robe sitting down and instructing a bunch of others in a what looks like a possible tribal setting.
Maybe on a beach.
Where
Maybe not.
they may be on a beach.
Yeah, there's a little open fire assembly there. The background looks like some LED stuff, but that could easily be draped around, tents or other temporary structures. Who knows? Yeah.
Okay. And does anybody know what this is? As you should.
As we should not know.
You should know. I thought I shared this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
You got us stumped.
You're both stumped. So, this is a new movie in theaters this week called Wetiko, or maybe Wetiko. Who knows? Since nobody but me knows.
Oh, there. Okay, I just saw it. Yep, the link just above the weird movie breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to read the whole email to get.
Oh, it's you're right. You're right.
Well, since neither of you apparently saw this, I am simply all we have to go on is a trailer and a little bit of speculation and poster or other stuff. I'm going to just read the synopsis here, and we can maybe comment on what we learned from this later. Deep in the dense jungles of the Yucatan, where the air hums and the ground seems alive, Wetiko follows, I'm going to say, Apo, a young Maya man trying to survive the modern hustle without losing his roots. When he takes a quick cash job for his family-owned pet store, delivering hallucinogenic bufo toads to a remote jungle ceremony, it feels like an easy score. One trip in, one trip out.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, there's more. What begins as a promise of transcendence inside a shady eco-village quickly reveals itself as something far more dangerous. Led by Zake Zizo, a smooth-talking, bloodthirsty shaman who feeds on belief, fear, and control, the ceremony peddles enlightenment to Western spiritual tourists and New Age seekers. But as the powerful drugs kick in, reality fractures, time bends, the jungle pulses, and Apo is trapped in a hallucinatory war zone. As paranoia spikes and alliances collapse, Apo realizes Wetiko isn't a myth but a sickness, greed, consumption, and spiritual rot spreading fast. Hunted, high, and unraveling, he must choose whether to become another casualty or break the cycle before the jungle swallows him whole. One more thing, the poster proclaims it a psychedelic jungle thriller. It's from Decalogue, so that's promising.
Oh, yeah.
More stuff I can tell you about it. It's made by an American, but it is credited as a Mexican film made in 2022, so I suppose shot on location. The trailer is in English, so more like an U.S.-Mexico co-production. And as I said, the catalog is releasing it, and they usually do very nice physical media releases of often weird films. And the last thing I'll tell you is it's the second film from director Kerry Mondragon, who describes himself, I guess, on his, or his agent describes him on his IMDb page as a bold new voice in independent cinema, known for blending raw emotional realism with surrealist flair. And there we go.
Yeah.
That's about all we have to go on, except for the trailer, which you guys didn't see, but which is probably about what you would expect. It starts with the lines, "Welcome, star beings, to our empire of love," and then has those, easy to create psychedelic effects with lots of red lights and, paint on the lens, what Joe Bob Briggs used to call paint on the lens, LSD trip stuff. So any thoughts without with having this sprung on you just all of a sudden?
We have a lot to catch up on this week. I mean,
I do like the fact it is in Mayan, Spanish, and English, and I think that's the first time I've seen Mayan listed as a language for a movie that I'm aware of. So that's at least a little cool there, if not more so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess the aspect ratio is very period European. The classic 1:6:6 where we're a little wider than your TV, but don't worry.
It is also, I guess the last thing I can say, it's playing mostly this week at Alamo Draft Houses and some similar type of art theaters. But if you're not in New York, Los Angeles, Austin, Raleigh, North Carolina, San Francisco, Denver, Chicago, or Santa Monica, California, you're going to have to wait for VOD, which I suspect will show up pretty quickly. I'm guessing this is just going to play for 1 week. Don't know, maybe more. It's a decent sized release. It has sat for 3 years, probably looking for distributors because of this strange subject matter. Seems to have a theme about cultural appropriation of the indigenous people's spiritual beliefs, which is a bit weightier than most of your trip movies. And I've seen a lot of micro-budget trip movies, and usually they're made by people who are high, and they're overly high at the time, and they're tend to be overly earnest, but sometimes go into try out some comedy. I like the fact that this one is pitching itself as a thriller, which sounds like it has more opportunity for a little more excitement and less kind of woo 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 spiritual stuff.
I do like the one blurb from Jose Teodoro from Bloodvine calls it a sly allegory bathed in tropes associated with vintage exploitation films. And so that's another, I'd say, promising remark about it for people looking for something different.
Yeah, so a lot of
called again?
Say what, Pete?
What's this called again?
Wetiko, Wetiko. No idea how it's pronounced.
Wetiko.
I don't speak Mayan, so Wetiko?
Yeah, it does sound a little like Wendigo, which is a southwestern spirit / monster that seems to tick a lot of the boxes here. So I'm wondering if it's a dialectal variant of that concept. But that's just a guess.
All right. Pete, any knowledge of hallucinogenic bufo toads to impart?
No, I've never tried the toads.
Arrowwood.org still going? They might have some information.
I believe, yes. There was back in the 90s, there was a semi-urban legend about you could get high.
Licking psychedelic toads and all that, yeah.
on by
In my experience, at least half of these exotic psychedelics that they dig up, they turn around and sell this stuff to naive Americans who wouldn't know better. So, like, your bags of kratom at every gas station right now, it's nothing. It's basically it's yard waste. It's compost in a pill. Okay, they don't. They go on about different kratom stains. Kratom comes off an ordinary tree with ordinary leaves on it, and it's just how they cure the leaves is depending on what strain, quote unquote, it is. It's all a huge scam. There's a lot of that stuff. So at least 50% of your alleged psychedelic drugs are bunk. Right off the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Straight from the penguin's mouth, so you've been warned.
Yeah. There you go.
I think the truth with the toads is that, yes, they do secrete a hallucinogenic toxin, but no, you can't lick them and get high. That's I believe.
I imagine it's a poison defense mechanism.
Yes, and it's not supposed to be like a highly pleasurable.
Exactly, yeah.
Poisoning yourself with toad poison, not the way to get high, kids. So, all right. Well, that was the only new movie this week, but now we have announcements. And I probably shouldn't have stopped the share because I could have just come right up with the ones that I actually wanted. Let me see, what sort of order are we going to do these in? I think that we will start, let's start with, I have a nice copy of sample ballots for our Weirdcademy Awards, which by the time you hear or see this podcast will be live for voting on 366weirdmovies.com. You may vote up until March 15th, I believe is the date I set for the poll ending, which is the day before Oscars announcements. And we will announce the winners of these on Oscar Day afternoon, so you don't have to waste your time watching the actual Oscars. The categories are weirdest movie, weirdest actor, weirdest actress, weirdest scene, and weirdest short, one that we always include but gets the least attention, despite the fact that people can watch all of them.
Though I missed the trailer for the one new movie announcement, I did actually watch all 5 of those today.
Oh, great, Giles! So that means
shorts.
I'm going to switch my order around, and Giles can discuss the so, if we're going to do that, let me start. Well, Pete, why don't you read us the weirdest actor nominations for this year?
And the weirdest actor for 2025 movie season nominations are Nicolas Cage for The Surfer.
Keep going.
Yeah, I can't. Gil Gex? Gil
Gex?
Gil Gex, is it?
Gex.
It's bigger. Ebony and Ivory.
X.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Andre Holland in The Actor. And Fabrice Lucchini, The Empire. And Piroz Nemati, Universal Language. What is up with these names?
I think only one of them is American. It's a fake name, no less, too.
Andre Holland is American, I believe.
Oh, well, accent on that E threw me a bit, but
Nicky Cage. I don't think Nicky Cage has a nationality. I think he just arrived by comet.
Well,
I tend to believe that.
Nicolas Cage is in an Australian movie, so I believe Gil Gex may be Canadian as well.
All right.
There may be no Americans. They may be, other than Cage, they may be all Canadians. But okay, thank you for those, Pete. Any comments or thoughts on this slate by either of you?
I have seen none of those 5 movies.
I haven't seen any of these either. I'm familiar with The Surfer when it came up this year in podcast. I remember that one. I'm probably gonna predict Nicolas Cage probably gabs it because he's Nicolas Cage. We're a weird movie site. It's
Well,
Let's have
why
a
are we
test
even
movie.
having a contest?
I agree with your logic there because I think Nicolas Cage will likely win as well. I did have little blurbs I wrote about all of them. Nicolas Cage was nominated for forcing a surf punk to eat a dead rat in The Surfer.
Huh?
Gil Gex was nominated as the blind and angry Stevie, who's angry at Paul in his Scottish cottage. Andre Holland was nominated for acting like an actor in The Actor.
Uh-huh.
Fabrice Lucchini was nominated for looking like evil from Time Bandits, but in a clown suit in The Empire, L'Empire, French movie. And Piruz Namati was the Winnipeg tour guide who says, Winnipeg is a strange destination for tourism in universal language, as he shows around people the park benches and other fascinating sites in Winnipeg.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that is your best actor slate. Now, let's try
The
out the
actresses.
weirdest actress slate, and we'll let Giles read these if you will.
Yeah, all right. Sandra
Good luck.
Abuenaham for She Loved Blossoms More. Katone Furukawa in Best Wishes to All. Diane Kruger in The Shrouds. Laura Rauch in Myth of Man. And Emma Stone in Begonia.
Okay. Any commentary?
Again, I haven't seen these yet. I did check out the trailers, and I'm familiar with some of these from our past year of podcasting.
Hmm.
My money's on Emma Stone, Begonia. Begonia kind of sort of blows away a lot of competition this year. There's like three big names we have on the roster this year. We have Crispin Glover, we have Yorgos Lanthimos, and oh yeah, David Cronenberg. Cronenberg with the Shrouds. Lanthimos is it with Begonia?
Hmm.
Begonia really just seems intriguing, and it's kind of a social satire, I guess. But it's the one that most piques my interest.
Yeah. Giles.
Well, just judging from these pictures, Sandra there looks the most interesting, with Emma
Yes.
Stone coming in second. But yeah, I have actually seen only Laura Rauch's performance of these five, and it was a very endearing representation of a deaf person in a sound-filled world that is otherwise, very steampunk fantastical. But yeah, I'm gonna guess Emma Stone has a leg up because superstar.
Okay, bit of trivia. Emma Stone has now been nominated for 3 Weirdcademy Awards in a row, and I believe has won every time. Or I
Wow.
believe
Oh, is it? Or are they all Lanthimos movies?
they were all Lanthimos movies. She's
Oh,
also been nominated for 3 Academy Awards in a row, all Lanthimos,
ah.
and will not be next year because Lanthimos is taking a break from filmmaking.
Oh. Ooh.
After making 3 very good films, Begonia was my second favorite movie overall of the year in any Weird or Not, and Universal Language was my number 1 in any Weird or Not. I wrote blurbs for these ones as well. For Sandra, Giles, first off, do you want to describe the image of Sandra while I try to figure
Sure.
out how to pronounce her name?
This is a headshot of the actress in question. Okay. I'm gonna guess again. Sandra Abulganam is my guess. Attractive young woman, dark brunette, solemn expression, bright red lips, and this face of hers seems to be split down the middle and opened about 90%, revealing inside something,
In her eye.
an inner eye, yeah, an inner eye surrounded by like sort of shell like gold pieces. So all very mystical, cool, and dreamy.
All right. So as I wrote the blurbs for this one, Sandra Abulaghanam was nominated for getting her face split open like a pomegranate,
Ah, see,
but
yeah.
still delivering her lines in She Loved Blossoms More. Kotone Furukawa was nominated for wishing she didn't know how her family was prospering in Best Wishes to All. Diane Kruger was nominated as the gradually dismembered wife and as her twin sister in The Shrouds. Laura Rausch was nominated as the one-eyed deaf mute in a steampunk dystopia in Myth of Man. And Emma Stone was nominated because she actually looks like an alien when you shave off her hair, in Begonia.
She got those $1 million eyes, so yeah, it's definitely draws more attention to those, among other things.
Of course, Begonia's plot is that Emma Stone is a CEO who is kidnapped by a crazy conspiracy theorist who believes that she is an alien in disguise. Okay, so that was the weirdest actress. Let's go to weirdest scene. The weirdest scene nominees. I'm going to let Pete do this, although I'm probably going to have to increase the font for him to be able to do it. So,
Yeah.
how about this, Pete? Are you
All
ready?
right. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So this is the weirdest scene.
It's the weirdest scene.
Okay, the weirdest scenes are nominations. Human Miso Farm does underpants dance in Best Wishes to All. Jesse Plemons flies his mom like a kite in Begonia. Okay. Clothed male, naked katana wielding female, reflections on a dead diamond. I like that one. Paul and Stevie watch themselves as evacuating sheep bleeding the movie's title, Ebony and Ivory. Okay. And talking maternal vagina flower, She Loved Blossoms More. Oh, I think we understand the reference of the split face now.
These all sound like worthy nominees. I'll be interested to see how this pans out. I suppose there's a modest chance. I know Reflection in a Dead Diamond is, I'm going to say, the second biggest of the movies here, at least from my self-selecting circles. So this may not be a total shutout for Begonia.
Well, they're never a total shutout, but Begonia is the favorite, obviously, to win every category it's nominated in, most likely. The clothed male, naked katana wielding female, I put in specifically for Giles. So.
It's the classic BDSM subgenre.
Actually,
CMNKWF. Not BDSM. It can depend. Anyway, a great subgenre of that type of image.
Any final thoughts, Pete, before we move on to the?
Well, yeah, I wasn't saying I like Reflection of the Dead Diamond. That's not because of the BDSM scene, but rather I'm really pleased to see the revival of psychedelic spy thrillers. They were such a big deal back in the 60s, and movie version of The Prisoner or something like that would be just awesome these days. We really need to bring that one back.
Oh.
Especially with international tensions as they are these days. There's still plenty of oh, believe me, I'm a historian. I have not stopped laughing for a week now. Just
I guess there is a little bit of The Prisoner in Reflection in a Dead Diamond. That's not. It's more Euro spy stuff, but
I think Pete was just saying,
in general,
the time is right for a retro future crazy reimagining of Prisoner kind of things, and Reflection. That team would be one. That filmmaking team would be one I'd actually trust with something as lofty as The Prisoner.
Okay, well, those are the weirdest scene nominees, and let's go on. We'll let Giles, since he's seen all of them, and I have too, do the weirdest shorts list. This is Can you read these, Giles? Or
I can just about remember that. The first one is, I believe, the second shortest of the shorts. It's ADHD from the Meat Department, a French computer graphics and otherwise strange video concern. Second is The Dream Machine. Third is Heroic Dose. Number 4 is episode 14 of Salad Fingers. And number 5 is a shameless commercial plug that Greg is including, no doubt to help his shares in the business in question skyrocket.
Yes, I Dee is the name of the film, and Dream Machine was by Jimmy Marble, Heroic Dose by Dusan Goldenfinger, which I suspect may be a pseudonym, I don't know. Salad Fingers, of course, by David Firth, and Yes, I Dee, despite being an advertisement, is a little strange.
I think it well deserves the attention, but I had to.
It's from Jim Hosking, and I don't know what the company is, to be honest. It's called DD, and I don't know. It's a UK thing, I think. So
I think it's. Let's see. It's DD Global. Yeah, looking this, it looked like a ride hailing, like a taxi-ish kind of service, a la Uber. It was really hard to say from the advertisement.
Could be. At any rate, just going through these one more time. Pete, you did not see any of these, I think it's, or did you? Hmm? No.
Yeah, of this bunch, having seen them all today, I'm leaning toward the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That was very weird. The other 4 had at least minimally more coherent narrative structures, albeit with many strange things going on.
Okay, just to briefly recap them, ADHD is actually, and I think it's a very weird one that has a good chance, but it has one thing going against it. It's entirely made through generative AI, and I know some people are gonna vote against it, or refuse to vote for it just because of that reason.
Yes.
But I do think it shows you the absolute top of what generative AI can accomplish. The Dream Machine is a more surprisingly kind of sentimental story about a woman who finds a missing love in a dream, animated. Heroic Dose is another one about a guy taking a heroic dose of some psychedelic. It's a comedy, so there's a lot of making fun of. Maybe that's what I was thinking of when I thought about Wetiko. I just watched Heroic Dose. And
there's a nice balance of conflicting reports of what happens during this ostensible spirit voyage.
Salad Fingers, if you've seen Salad Fingers, is an episode of Salad Fingers, very surreal and very grotesque, with crows stealing body parts and
memories.
Oh, go on. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I was just chiming in. Yes, crows stealing body parts and memories, and there's for me personally with Salad Fingers, it's a really close call whether I'm enjoying it enough to withstand the overall ick factor.
Yes. Very icky. So even though there's like nothing in there that would, the MPAA could point to, a little bit of gore, but it's disturbing far beyond its actual content.
Yeah.
No smoking in it, which is good.
There is no smoking or drinking. Yeah. Smoke-free, drink-free environment there.
And Yes, I Dee, the advertisement, is about what did they call it? A fabulous big night out?
Yeah, I think that was the string of words there.
It features a very strange looking sort of Peter Panish Pied Piper character with a flute who leads these characters into their legendary, fabulous big night. Very creepy dude. Okay, and that is Weirdest Short. All of those are embedded and available to see. So you have no excuse not to vote for them. But I'm going to do the final honors myself of the actual weirdest movies of 2025 nominees for the Weirdcademy Awards. And the nominees are Baby Invasion, Batman Ninja vs. Yakuza League, Boys Go to Jupiter, Begonia, Kill the Jockey, Mr. K, Reflection in a Dead Diamond, She Loved Blossoms More, The Shrouds, and Universal Language. I think we've already spoiled. We think Begonia is probably going to be the favorite just because of exposure. But you guys have any thoughts on the rest of this slate of nominees?
Well, I did at least get through the trailers, so I've got like a 5 second burn on each one, I guess.
And what'd you think of the trailers, Pete?
Okay, well, Baby Invasion, that one looks indistinguishable from a Skibidi toilet video. It really is made for that generation. It impressed me as like, why isn't this on TikTok? Batman Ninja versus whatever it is, it's Batman. Moving on. Boys Go to Jupiter. Fun animation. I liked it. Is that one also AI generated? Do you know?
It is not AI generated. That is one man with Blender.
Okay, yeah, it kind of looks like it. Very, very. Well, I'm not going to criticize anybody else's Blender skills. It's not like I'm burning down the world in that application either. So, it looks fun though. It has a hip modern sensibility to it. I just don't know about weirdest. Begonia, of course. This is Yorgos Lanthimos we're talking about. Kill the Jockey. I really don't even get that one. It's horsies. I'm not a horse racing person.
Well, Giles and I have seen it, and we don't get it either.
Yeah, okay.
There is very little horse racing that goes on.
Okay.
I'd say less than 5%.
Right. Mr. K. I kind of wonder if that's a Beatles reference to Mr. Kate, though. Crispin Glover again. Wonderful. With his shrinking hotel existential thriller, I think that's a neat premise, and I think that really deserves a nod too. Reflection in Dead Diamond, like I said, I've been waiting for the acid spy thriller to come back, and you've heard of acid westerns, right? This is the acid spy thriller, but not just The Prisoner, but movies like Casino Royale as the '60s version, or even Get Smart had its surreal moments. But anyway, that whole thing spoofing the Spy versus Spy international mechanics is really something. Anyway, She Loved Blossoms More. Even though it's another time travel movie, it still looks very interesting. So. The Shrouds, David Cronenberg again, wonderful pick as well. Playing with life after death, and really gives me Black Mirror vibes. I remember that one when it came up before. And Universal Language could be a contender too. I'm barely able to apprehend it from the trailer. It looks like this is one of those where you really have to see it. But as I understand it, it's kind of an indie movie type meandering plot. So. Anyway, that's my quick takes.
Yeah, that's good.
Giles.
Oh, I really couldn't expand too much on that. I have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have seen half of these. Regarding Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League, yes, it is Batman, but the lens that it is through, to me at least, I get excited about movies, sometimes to my detriment, but yeah, definitely enough. I think it should be on the list. I don't think it should win. Everything else, though, I have at least seen trailer stuff for. Baby Invasion, yeah, that's basically like a 70 some odd minute live stream TikTok thing. So I bet Harmony Korine would appreciate your comparison there, Pete. And yeah, Kill the Jockey, I've seen the trailer and then watched the movie, and it's one of those things where I think different creative forces were behind each one. So, but that said, this does look like a promising slate, with everything, to the best of my awareness, being quite entertaining in rather different ways.
Okay. Final thing I'll add is that this is almost identical to our editor's choice list of top 10 weird movies, with one exception. The Quay Brothers movie I didn't put on because it was never really released outside of theaters, a few theaters, so no one got the chance to see it. Batman Ninja took its place, and Batman Ninja is stranger, I think, than Pete thinks. It's not Batman, it's Batman Ninja. And they do have things like the Yakuza rained from the sky into Gotham City, and
fired from the giant Yakuza gun.
Yeah, later they
from a Japan
a
that is
Gatling
taken.
gun and shoot the Yakuza at people.
So it's like an anime Batman.
It is
Yeah.
exactly an anime Batman. Other ones I'll point to. Mr. Kill the Jockey has a pretty strong David Lynch vibe, I'd say. Mr. K, based on Kafka through Lovecraft. She Love Blossoms More, very underseen and very low budget, but as weird as anything on this list, maybe the weirdest movie on this list. If more people had seen it, I think more people would be embracing it. It is very, very strange. The Shrouds is Cronenberg, and Universal Language, as you say, indie, but it's in the Guy Madden spirit, but it's about a Winnipeg where everyone speaks Farsi. For some reason. So it's an alternate reality Winnipeg where everyone speaks Farsi, and there are actually 3 distinct plot lines that converge to a climax in a way that actually works. So it's very well written and very eccentric. And that is it. That's the list of all the nominees, which you can again see on the website, 366 Weird Movies. And as we are running out of time, I am going to let Giles suggest things that you can do.
Well, I highly recommend that you like and subscribe, watch our YouTube videos and podcasts, leave comments about them, buy our various books, all 1 to 2 of them most recently. Pete, thank you kindly for putting those lovely volumes on display on your screen there. And of course, tell your friends about the joys of weird movies and the joys of signing up for our newsletter and going to our website.
I couldn't add anything else. Pete, could you add anything else? No.
Fight for world peace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will leave you then. Next week, we're going to have on the show the guys behind the new boutique distribution company just starting up, Antenna Releasing, Ryan Verrill and Billy Ray Bruton. Ryan also runs the Disc Connected podcast, which you might have heard of. And they're going to talk to us about weird cult movies and the distribution scene. So that'll do it for now. See you next week when we will have Antenna Releasing on and talk about also the weird movie releases of the week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Stay weird.
Weird? Yeah, I guess that is the word for it. Weird.